Gentle hands let go of what we can't hold. Every goodbye has a voice, every sorrow a toll. But we're together now, no matter how far from old. We left our goodbyes in the cargo hold.
In Estolia, we do not bind the departed to earth with gold-threaded cloth or guarded tombs. We return our dead to the soil, unadorned, unembalmed, so they may become leaf, root, the hush in the fields at dawn. To offer one's body to the greening world is not an end, but a joining, a passage into the cycle that sustains all life. By giving back our bones, we feed the earth for generations, untroubled by monuments or stone. Our souls make their home in Torrizon, where no marker is needed and where eternity is written in wind and sun. Jamaya Amador inscrito.
Angel felt peculiar knowing that her mother's body was in the cargo hold of a separate airplane. Uncle Gregorio explained that they were able to get their stuff packed up and into the cargo airplane quick enough so that both airplanes would arrive in Estolia at the same time. She felt wicked. Serenity felt the same way. They both were glad that their mother was never coming home. She knew it was wrong, but she had explained to Serenity that it was okay for her to feel like that.
Sarah,
She told her sister.
we both loved Mom, but there were a lot of things she did that we didn't like. And we're both glad we never have to see Gerald again.
The man their mother was sleeping with for the last 3 years had started to make excuses to hold both of them on his lap. His wandering hands made her want to vomit. When their mother married Warren, they begged to be allowed to stay in the same bedroom because they were worried that their mother would continue to see Gerald. They did not want to have separate bedrooms in case Gerald tried to visit them. They were grateful that their mother acquiesced to their request, especially when Gerald remained a fixture in their mother's life. They hated him. Serenity wanted to tell Warren about Gerald. Her theory was that if Warren knew, then he would kick their mother out. Angel hated to point out that Warren would not keep them if that happened. They'd be stuck with their mother and Gerald. Angel's most pressing concern was still Gerald. Would he try to find them, try to claim them? She was pretty sure that he was Melody's father. Hopefully he would not be able to force them to leave Estolia. At the thought of his wandering hands and the possibility that he might be able to somehow force Gregorio to give them up, she felt sick to her stomach. Sarah was asleep. They would be landing in London to refuel, and Gregorio explained that he had to supervise the loading of some cargo that would go on the larger cargo airplane. They would be arriving in Estolia about an hour after dawn, she was told. They would have the funeral right away. With Sarah, Misty, and Melody all asleep, she got to her feet and went towards the nose of the airplane. Gregorio was reading a large book. A small light illuminated the page, and Angel saw that the script was unfamiliar. It was exotic and beautiful, flowing down the page like the picture of a waterfall of words.
"How can I help you, Angel?"
he asked her. She smiled at him, grateful that he was there when she learned about her mother. He was everything she wanted in a brother or a father. Big, solid, caring in the right ways.
I'm scared.
He opened his arms to her and she moved into them. After a few moments he pulled her onto his lap, his arms around her, holding her close. She sighed heavily, feeling safe for the first time in her life. Unlike Gerald, his hands did not stray to the parts of her he should not be touching.
"What scares you, Angel?"
he asked her. She leaned back so she could look into his eyes. He would try to say they belonged with him.
"Who is Gerald?"
Mother's boyfriend. He might try to claim us.
"Your father has agreed to allow Wraith and me to adopt you, as have Sarah, Misty, and Melody's fathers. We already have the paperwork filled out to adopt the 4 of you."
He sounded very definite.
But he's the father.
She broke off and looked away.
"I have spoken with all of your fathers, and Gerald is not one of them. He has no rights."
You're really going to adopt us?
She asked.
"Yes, Angelica. Wraith does not know why I went to the States. I was not sure what I would find, but one thing every man in Estolia wishes to do is give their wife their heart's desire."
He squeezed her tightly, adding,
"Your Aunt Wraith desperately wants to know that all 4 of you are safe, happy, and healthy. Her only regret when she married me was how far away she was from the four of you. She hated the thought of you being unhappy.
Will I get to call you Dad?
She asked him.
Only if you want to, but I would like that. You will get a baby brother too, you know. Benzeric was born 18 months after Misty.
She snuggled closer to him.
I'd sure like to call you Dad.
She didn't add the fact that she had already had 6 different dads. It would be different for Misty and Melody, harder for Sarah and her.
Wraith and I are moving into a house designed for the head of the royal stables. A job I have been training for since I met your aunt. It is a big house, but we will be pushing the limits. If Wraith has no more than 1 or 2 more babies, we will have room. But after that, we might need to ask you girls to double up some.
Angel sat up straight.
Horses?
She grinned at her uncle.
Do you think it's possible for me to have one of my own?
He laughed.
Most Estolians have their own horse, as you will see for yourself. In truth, there are no motorcars on the island, giving our nation a unique charm of its own. I cannot promise when, but it is a certainty that you will have your own horse for transport.
Gentle hands let go of what we can't hold. Every goodbye has a voice, every sorrow